and go. Kia ora, hello. Welcome to Thursday's live. So, hope the sound's okay. And I've changed a few settings, so let's see if I can read the comments today. And let's go from there. Right. So, I was under the impression last time that nobody was writing any comments until the end. And then I came out and I could see the comments. So, that's okay. Round two. Let me tune in to the past couple of days. Interesting, I'm moving stuff around my desk already, pushing everything over there. It's not like it's affecting me. Right, let's sink into this. What am I going to talk about first? Been a big couple of days. I've been with my father, making sure that everything is okay in the rest home, and getting used to a new girlfriend in the mix. So, when I listen to somebody, I'm tuning in, and it's very different when you're dealing with very elderly individuals, and tuning in enough to find out what's going on, enough to make sure that you're keeping your parent safe at the same time, to make sure there's no curveballs coming out of there. So that was, yesterday was huge. End of the day, and watching this individual do a lot of looping and having their own moments with things that I've said, and then coming back around again. So wasn't necessarily trying to hold space, just trying to understand, and probably get a handle in a neutral state, just being neutral, to see what would pop up in terms of their trauma that they were storing in their body, because it's obvious by what they're saying that they're carrying a fair amount of trauma, certainly around self-worth. Okay. So coming back to Facebook, I don't like the delay, but I'm getting used to the different setup. Next time I will probably create a proper event, which might help. People are so busy on their devices now, and that's okay, because I'm quite happy just slowly jumping back in here. Been quite a bit of evolution on my part, dealing with the elderly. So there's a bit of rebranding going on, etc., etc. Yeah. What else has been happening this week? A bit of self-care. I do make the most of being here. I'm also getting better at having my needs met and making sure that I get what I need not to burn out and to sustain my energy levels to be able to deal with what happens. There's so much I've got to do in this time that I'm here. But yeah, making time for myself has been a reflection of the respect that I have for myself, coming out of dealing with gatekeepers and people just protecting their jobs in the healthcare industry. So a fair bit of growing up has created that that level of respect within myself. And a comment from one of my elderly friends. And I sent them a message the other day, and it wasn't so much what she said. And I said to them in the message, I wasn't looking for any validation over the years. What shocked me was where that comment came from her to one of the gatekeepers. It hit me, like something shifted, because this individual had been dealing with so much, and like myself is extremely strong. Yeah, so I guess you could say it was a completion. He goes my nose again. A completion of all the advocating and support that I've given. My nose is going off. Yeah, so what's going to happen in the next chapter? We'll find out soon enough. None of this has been accidental. None of this has been random. Even getting back on here, it's taken me 2 years properly. I used to come on here and just had too much going on. So coming back to my dad, he's a lot more settled. He's slowing down with the dementia. And he's not so anxious this time that I'm here. He's not wanting to offload a whole lot of verbal anxiety, partly because he's body doubling with the new girlfriend. Partly it's finally been long enough, and there's enough of a routine. So it's not taking so much of my brain space up. Yeah. Where else are we going to take this conversation? Met some awesome new people this week. Just connecting with a different group, and that was lovely. It was a really lovely space to do that in. Good practice, and just it came round to my time to talk and introduce myself at the time, and I just said I was in awe. I was in awe of this group of women when they articulated what they did, what they do, what they're wanting to do. So I practice talking about the fact that I'm autistic and I have my very own unique language, so I will speak differently. And yeah, it was good. So where am I going to go with this? What else is going to come through with this? Okay, so my right hand is pinging. I don't know where people are at. I seem to be opposite. There's a few of people around me that do the opposite. And I keep looking at the word monetization of the money in and the money out. Part of being an energy healer. Because I am right-handed. Hello, kia ora. For me, the money is in the left hand, and I feel the money going out in the right. So I think most people have been taught that that's the opposite. Yeah, so it's all about flow. Keep having a title of a book in my head. Find your river. We talk about flow a lot, but find your river and jump in. Then you'll know what flow is. What does your river look like? What does your river need? Etc., etc. So, Peril, would you like me to connect with you? Yes or no? Let's see, people jump on and off these things so much quicker these days. And yes, 2 years has gone really fast. So at least we've got some messages. Tick that box. And we'll wait and see if we've Still got peril on the line, so to speak, especially when I'm talking about rivers. Think about fishing with that. So oh, I'm yawning. It's a bit of a reset there. So I'm not sure how my voice is coming across. I'm right beside a stairwell, so I don't want to be too loud. Melissa, hello. 2 years has definitely flown by. It has. Yeah. How are you, Melissa? It's been hectic. Broken legs, wheelchairs, chest infections, advocating for the elderly. It was all part of the greater plan. I just hadn't seen it as such in the beginning. Did not expect it to roll from one to the other. Okay, Melissa, do you want me to connect with you? I think Melissa's the only one on now. I think Peril's gone. All good. Lots of reflection as I say that around the room. Yeah. Okay, just waiting for the next comment to pop up. Yeah. Okay, Melissa, here we go. So I'm going to go back to the word reflections because my head's gone back to looking at the light coming off the zipper on my bag, other stuff on the table, and I am finding myself as I am connecting to you, self-soothing, rubbing my left leg. I've gone straight to the Achilles heel on my left leg and I get the word abandonment. So getting that you've been triggered lately by somebody stepping away, avoiding actually. So my right hand is now grabbing that knee, my left hand's grabbing the bottom of the calf and the Achilles heel. Tell me if that is resonating with you. That doesn't feel like there's not a sharp pain, but certainly everything is tight. I've tightened that calf muscle. So that indicates to me that you are bracing for a second chapter or second part to whatever this experience is for you. Thank you for the response. If there is a longing or a wanting for a reconnection, that feels to me to be very, very hard. I've got something else there, but that needs to come in a different way. I want more. I want to be able to deliver that in a different way, and perhaps the person that has moved away is needing to find some other words. Yeah. There's so much more to you than what you expect. So I get that you expect a lot from others because you see things in them, but you're not seeing it in yourself. Okay, so my hands have moved away from the leg. So you get hamstrung. You've been hamstrung by the convenience. So it's all about the legs and the body, isn't it? So stepping up, I'm feeling for you, and the words coming through are, it's time to step up and understand where that convenience energy came from, how that got set up, and say bon voyage to that convenience default setting within you. All right. How you do that is up to you. But right now, that is what needs to be dealt with. Yeah. Um, I don't think that's going to take a long time once you've made that decision to figure out how to let go. I'm not saying that's going to be not prickly or easy. Definitely worth it. Yeah. So I feel like I'm hanging on to my words there. So um, working with your words, getting your words out. So I'm scratching my head. So sometimes you feel a bit distant from your own brain. So you step outside sometimes too when you're triggered of yourself. So finding where that getting some more help around that original abandonment issue would be good. Yeah. All right. So Melissa, I'm going to leave that with you. All right. You're welcome. Cool. Okay. So Nikki, give me a second. Give me a second. So far, this is good. This is soft, gentle, calm energy. Just sitting here doing this, it's good. Okay. The word, because I've got the dashboard on my left, right? So my eye went straight to the word settings. So Nikki, there is a reset coming for you. Interesting, it's all about my forehead talking to you. Okay, so you're all jammed up in your head, and you feel like you've made a mistake. I wouldn't call it a mistake, but for you, it feels like something you can't get out of or change. Lots of stuff in the head. Not taking time for yourself to figure out how to get out of your head. So that's obviously comfortable. So let me know if any of that resonates before I carry on. Yeah. So it feels like there's a lot of. So do I now do option A? Do I do option B? I've got to make a choice between these two. You've lost the trust with the I'm going to say so-called mistake. The thing is, it's not the first time I've said this. If we're oscillating between A and B, it's because we've got used to the energy that comes with that in the body and what it does to the body. Because we're a little bit scared of option C. So we limit our options without even realizing we're doing it. How much of that for you is self-sabotage is the bit that you probably want to work on to get you out of your head. You know, how is the self-sabotage looking in my life? How is it showing up? What else is it doing? And coming home, coming back to you, so you start doing other things, and then coming back to looking at that next decision, and trying something new. Yeah. It's a man. Okay. Oh dear, we get hung up, don't we? Whether we're male, female, or non-binary or trans, we just get these attachments. Okay. Is he coming back? Okay, so that's not so much my focus. My focus is how are you dealing with this within yourself? Do you need him to come back? If you want him to come back, why? And if you're all up in your head, is that the best decision for you? Bear in mind, there's no right and wrongs. Oh dear. What else am I getting? Just a little bit more planning. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so Nikki says, I love him. Yeah. What are we going to do with that, people? What are we going to do with that? Okay. So the question that pops into my head is, does he love you for you? Does he want to come back? If he came back, what is he coming back for? That's interesting where that landed. Okay, I get a car with that. So again, that's not necessarily all things being equal either. So rephrase that. It's not balanced. Now the good thing about people not being there and us wanting things to reconnect is we've got time. We've got time to do a little bit of work with ourselves so we can actually reassess whether or not we want them to come back. Really want them to come back. Are you really living a life that is your authentic self? Are you really living the way you want to? And will they integrate with the version of yourself that you want? You know? Yeah. So don't discount the time on your own. Again, I'm not saying that's easy. Just give yourself some options and give yourself some time. That's what I'm going to say there. And if somebody is really meant to come back and it's meant to roll, it will. The timing may change, but things work themselves out. We've just got to get out of our own way. Yeah, keep going. It's priceless. You cannot ever, you will not ever make a mistake by working with yourself and being with yourself. You know, you don't know what you've got to let go of for other things to happen. Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Thank you, Nikki. I'll leave that there. Awesome. Good. It's always nice when both people go, yep, that's there. Okay. And that, folks, I think is a wrap tonight. Thank you for working with me, and awesome that Facebook brought the messages through. I don't know what it did, but I've changed something. And both of you, all the best. All right. I will create an event for the next time. Awesome, guys. Okay. Thanks, ladies. Bye. Gosh, I don't even know where to go to stop this.